Okay, shall we start this session? Okay. So coming to this, coming to this capstones. So like from past few days, you are listening to this capstone project session guidance sessions, right? So in that you have listened to this capstone prep one, and yesterday you have listened to this prep two. So yesterday we have discussed about agile concepts, like whatever the agile things like agile methodologies and framework and those scrum model, how to use that. Okay, so we discussed about all those things, I have given the guidance like how to complete that task prep 2. Now we'll be going to discuss about this capstone project prep 3. Okay, so in this prep 3 you will be going to learn the concepts, like overview of business and analysis concepts. Okay, so what are the technical concepts, all the things will be going to come under in this. Okay, so here in this overview of business analysis, prep 3, we are having two parts. So for today I will be going to explain you about this prep 3 part 1. Okay, so in this prep 3 part 1 we are having few questions, like they make you a case study, or else directly they will be going to ask you the questions like this. Okay, so if they have given any case study, according to that case study you need to write down like previously how we have the case study. So in that manner only, in the same way you will be going to prepare your own documentation. So for now, we'll be having the exact same questions we'll be going to have. Like they will be going to tell you to draw this use case diagram. Okay, so the question is about a customer can make a payment, okay, by card, cash, wallet, and net banking, right? And here you can see like UPI. So here you can see he just draw the only the payment process diagram. Okay, payment application, the use case diagram. So as of how to draw the use case diagram, right? All the people. So in the same way, you need to draw only the payment session. Okay, only the payment section, and who will be the uh, primary actor and who will be the secondary actor, like that you need to draw in this way. Okay, so what is the relation we will be going to use? So you need to just draw this payment process diagram, use case diagram. Okay, so this is about the first question, and the second question is about the classes. Okay, so boundary classes, controller classes, and entity classes, what are this you need to write down. So here just they have given only the overview of that, so you need to write down in a brief way like what you understand about boundary classes. So boundary classes, it will be going to handle interaction between the system and the external actors. Okay, so this is what about the boundary class. And next, controller class, it will be going to acts as a intermediates between boundary and the entity class. Whatever the boundary class and entity class, it will be going to act as a middleman. Okay, and coming to this entity class, it represents the core data and business logic layer of the application. For example, in the prep prep 1 part 2, in that you have gone through three-tier architecture, right? So in the three-tier architecture, you will be going to find out the presentation layer, application layer, or business logic layer, and the next one is about data layer, right? So in the same way, the boundary class, controller class also, it will be going to act similar to that three-tier architecture. Okay. And coming to this next question, domain model. So here the domain model, it will be going to define the structure, relationship, and behavior of entities within the specific problem domain. For example, here you can see this, right? So in this diagram, okay. So in this diagram, you can see this is about customer. Okay, the customer is having if he have any problem. For example, uh, like uh, the customer is suffering customer is having issue with his payments. Okay, in this scenario they will be going to check a specific problem about that customer. In that customer, he will be going to have databases, right? So customer, like how he did the payment, like which bank, okay, and account details and authentication, where he have like how he have done that payment, and what is a payment ID, like payment database, and net banking service, like which net banking service he used, like either UPI or else card, and at last like transition, like how the transition is done. So by using all the things, they will be going to sort out his problem. Like for example, we are using this Flipkart. Okay, so in this Flipkart, you have done the payment, but when you are going into that application, it shows your payment is not done successfully. But in your account, the money is deducted. So in this situation, so the developers will be going to use domain model, like when we raise the request to that Flipkart, they will be going to sort out the problems through that developers only. So there the developers will be going to find out these things. Before that, a BA will be going to contact. Okay, so BA will be bridge between the organization and the client, right? So if the client like Flipkart client, he will be going to call to your organization BA, right? Like you, and you will be going to find out what problem it is, and you will be going to explain to the developers, and the developers will be going to sort that problem. Okay, so that is about domain model. It will be mostly focus on the specific problem. Okay, and coming to this next one, just a minute, guys. Okay, coming to this next sequence diagram. So most of the people, you have gone through this tool session. They have explained you about use case diagram, activity diagram, and sequence diagram, right? So sequence diagram, it is mostly, it will be not going to draw by the business analyst. Remember this. So if they ask you about sequence diagram, it is not drawn by the business analyst. Just he need to know, oh, like how it works. That's it. Like only for read only, not like editing, or else not about drawing this sequence diagram. Just you need to know what it happens in the sequence diagram. This sequence diagram will be going to draw by the software technical team. Okay, so they will be going to use this three-tier architecture, or else MVC. Okay, model view controller architecture, and then they will be going to draw. So here you can see this diagram. Okay, so in this diagram, they will be going to tell you to draw this, but you need to use few components in the whatever the use case diagram you are having, like this MS Visio, or else draw.io. Use any one of it, and you can draw it in this way. Okay, for example, here you can see about customer. Okay, so this customer, he will be initiating the payment, like payment request to the net banking system, and net banking system, it will be going to authenticate like with the bank, whether this customer details are correct or not, and they will be going to validate payment details, and it will be going to detect the amount, and it will be going to process the payment to the reception bank, and here the payment confirmation will be going to happen, and the bank will be going to send payment confirmation to that customer. Okay, so this is how the sequence diagram will be going to draw. Like we will be going to show what in the back end it runs. Okay, so this is what about the sequence diagram. You need to know how it is drawn, and you need to know about what is the flow of that. Okay, so this is the flow of a customer who wants to do a payment. Okay, so you need to know that sequence diagram is not drawn by the business analyst, and it will be going to draw by the software technical team. Okay, and just we need to know about how they have drawn it. Okay, and coming to this conceptual model. So in this conceptual model, we are it is a high level representation. It is somewhat similar of domain model, but here we will be going to like the whatever the diagram we the visual representation, it will be going to help to understand visually. Okay, so there we have seen like a domain model about the particular problem, right? So here we will be going to specify like we will be going to provide a clear information about that. Okay, like for example, here you can see this entities, attributes, and relationship. For example, entities are like customers. You know about entities, right? All the people, I think you know about entities. So entities, product, order, and payment. So these are the entities. For example, this is like databases. You think these are the databases. This is customer database, and here product database, order database, and payment database. So here in this customer database, the primary key will be the customer ID, and here in the product name will be the primary key, and order also order ID, and payment ID. Okay, and these are the attributes. Like okay, so attributes matlab like you can call it as like customer ID name, because here you can see this customer. In this customer we are having the attributes like customer ID, customer details like name, email, phone number, like that. And product, for product also we will be going to have some few attributes like product ID, okay, and product name, product company, like that. Order also order ID, order details, like order date, like that. Okay, and we'll be going to have attributes like that. So we will be going to show the relation. Okay, so we'll be going to show the relation like customer, places, and order. Okay, and we'll be going to show the relation like one to one. Okay, customer will be going to place in number of products like one to many. Okay, and customer will be going to do the payment with one bank only. Okay, one to one, right? And whatever the product is there, product it will be going to buy uh, from like where there are six products. Okay, for example, there are six sheds with the same company name. It will be going to by different customers, right? So many to many, like that we will be going to show the relations one to one, one to many, many to one, many to many, like that. Okay, so this is about the conceptual model. It is a high level representation. It helps to understand, visualizing, and communicating the essential aspects of domain. Okay, so it will be going to provide specific like domain in a clear way. Like it will be going to make us understand in a very good way. We will be going to use entities, attributes, and relationships here, and the relations like one to one, many to one, many to many, like that. Okay, coming to this MVC, model view controller. So MVC is a framework. So how you like previously I have explained you about three-tier architecture, like that controller boundary classes, right? So in the same way, there will be view, model, controller. Okay, so the view, it will be going to represent the presentation layer of that application. Okay, and model, it will be going to handle the data and business logic of that application. And controller, it will be going to act bridge between the model and the view. Okay, so it is like same as like three-tier architecture, but in this three-tier architecture we are having presentation, application or business logic, and the third one is database layer. But whereas here in the view, it acts like a presentation layer only. But in the model, when it comes to model, it will be going to represent data and business logic, both the things. Whereas controller, it will be going to act intermediary between model and the view. Okay, so this is how about MVC, and the difference between MVC and a three-tier architecture, if they ask you. So there are like presentation, application, and data. Whereas here, view, model, controller, but model will be going to handle both the things like data and the business logic of that application, right? So in this way, you need to tell. So coming to this BA contribution in the project. So for waterfall model, all stages. So you need to write down like what the BA activities are done. Okay. So for example, pre-project planning. So in planning, what he will be going to do, and project initiation, what the activities he will be going to do, requirement gathering, what activities he will be going to do. So you need to write down for each and every stage. Okay, so coming to this conflict management. Okay, so conflict management is solving Okay, conflicts between the stakeholders, okay, and disagreements between the individuals or else group of people. Okay, for example, the testing people will be going to say that they whatever the application done by the developers, we are getting some issues for every time when we are doing the testing, and developers will be going to tell that we have done with that development part in a very good way. So here the conflicts occurs between both the people, and the team coordination will be gone into different way, and the scope creep will be going to happen. So as a business analyst, you will be going to manage the conflicts. And in, for example, the another example is about the clients. Okay, so these client people, they will be going to tell you that few change request, and the development team, they are unable to do the change request. So you need to convince developers team or else this client people as a business analyst, because you will be acting as a bridge between both the people. So you need to accept whatever the conflicts occurs in between the project, and you need to resolve it. Okay, that is about conflict management. Okay, and here we will be going to use this Thomas Killman technique. Okay, so in this Thomas Killman technique, it is a tool like where we will be going to use we are having few things as assertiveness, and one more thing will be there. So they will be going to choose individuals or else group of people, and they will be going to solve by using Thomas Killman technique. Okay, and here you can see this five steps of conflict management: identifying the conflict, discussing the details, agree with the root problem, and check for every possible solution for the conflict, and negotiate the solution to avoid future conflicts. Okay, so these are the five steps you need to follow, and you need to write down about Thomas Killman technique, like how we'll be going to use it. Okay, and reasons for project failure. So these are the reasons. If you have few more reasons, you can write down like few more reasons of the project failure. Okay, so scope creep, poor communication, lack of stakeholder engagement, and resources constraints. Okay, like that. And here you can see challenges faced in projects for BA. Okay, so what are the challenges a BA will be going to face? You need to write down unclear or changing request come across throughout the project, and managing stakeholder expectations, time and resource constraints. So you need to write down each and everything. Okay, so these are the challenges. So if you have any few more, you can write down. Okay, and document naming standards. So for each and every document, there will be a like uh, there will be like a different kind of things, we need to name the document in a different way. Okay, so we will be going to use this technique. Okay, here you can see this project ID and document type, whatever the document type, and version, whether it is 1.1 or 1.0, and the date. Okay, so we'll be going to name the documents by using this format only. Okay, project 1 to 3, the project name, and what document, dash requirement document, and here dash like what version, and here you can say dash about date, whatever the date, because they will be going to find out easily about the documentation. Okay, so we will be going to create various kind of documents like BRD, BCD. Okay, functional requirement document, and functional specification document, like that, right? So for every time we will be going to mention it as business requirement document, it will be going to place in a different way, because like this we have working on a different project also, means they that and this business requirement document get confused, and you will be going to get conflicts. Like if you send different project BRD to the stakeholders, then they will be going to go through that documentation, and it will be problem to you only. So better to document, better to name that document like by using that whatever the project name. Okay, and document name, and version, and the date. Okay, and like document type here. Okay, And coming to this do's and don'ts of business analyst. So these are the do's and don'ts. So you need to clarify, like do's means you need to clarify whatever the requirements you are having through SME. Okay. Subject matrix experts. In every organization, there will be subject matrix experts. And here you can see don'ts, like never say no to the client and don't use by default. Okay. So never imagine anything in terms of GUI, like in your own way. Okay. And concentrate on the important requirements, like that. Okay. If you have more, you can write down like more like few more points for do's and don'ts. Okay. And packages. So packages here in a simple way, it is a collection of components which are not reusable in nature. Okay. For example, application development companies for work on packages. Okay. Application means we are working, like we are creating a application. Like for example, we are just creating the websites. Okay. And like this Flipkart, Amazon, these are applications. Okay. Whereas subsystem means collection of components which are reusable in nature. And here product development companies work on subsystems. So this product development means, like for example, this all of you know about WhatsApp, right? So WhatsApp is like an application where all the people will be going to use it, right? So product means the which whatever the Oracle is there. Okay. So this Oracle, it will be going to provide the database storage to WhatsApp and Facebook and all those things. So this WhatsApp people, they will be going to use Oracle Oracle product, and they will be going to manage the database, like that. So like it will be going to reusable, and we can use it, and we can sell to the other people that the whatever the product we have created. Okay. Coming to this application, just we will be going to provide for the users, but product will be uh, providing this product to the companies who are using this application, who have applications. Okay. Coming to this camel case. So camel casing is nothing but we will be going to use like lowercase and uppercase formats. So here you can see this example. So they have started with lowercase camel, and for case they have mentioned as C is a capital letter, and here you can see example like E. E is a capital letter. For example, we will be going to take this Lisa. Okay. No, not Lisa. Like two names. Sorry guys. So we'll be going to take this Manjunath Acharya. Okay. So he has two names. So if he want to write in like if he want to use this camel casing, he will be going to write down like starting M will be like small letter Manjunath, and he will be not making any like spaces like Manjunath space Acharya. He will be going to mix his name with the capital letter A. He will be going to start with M, that is lowercase, and A will be capital letter. Okay. So this is how we will be going to use the camel casing. So this will be going to use mostly by the developers team when they are managing the databases. Okay. So we need to understand, okay, this, for example, customer database is there. So there they will be going to mention customer underscore ID. Okay. Or else customer underscore capital ID. Okay. So that same customer ID, it will be going to act as a foreign key in the different orders table, right? So there in that orders table, they will be going to mention C will be the capital letter and I will be the small letter. Okay. So they will be going to act like this customer ID, it will be going to act as a foreign key over there with the same name, but the whatever the mention like C will be the capital letter, I will be the small letter. Whereas here, C will be small letter, I will be the capital letter. Okay. So to differentiate between both the things. Okay, the data will be going to same like customer ID there, whatever the data is there, here also the same data will be going to be there, whoever ordered. But to differentiate both the things, not for confusing purpose, to differentiate both the things, they will be going to use this camel casing. Okay. And coming to this next question. So development server and what are the access does business analyst. So this development server refers to like it is like environmental based. So here the testing, development, all the things will be going to comes under at one server. Okay, development people will be going to use that server only, and they will be going to write down their code over there, and they will assign to the testing people, and testing people will be going to use the same server, and they will be going to test over there. Okay, so the development part will be going to get access to the development people only, and whereas testing people, as a business analyst, we will be going to have only limited access over there. Just we can view that. Okay, whatever they have created, if they have run in that server. So like for example, if they run that registration page, okay, so what is the user interface, how it is looks like, we will be going to, we can see that, but we can't change any kind of code, and we can't like test manually whatever the testing part they have done, test up people. Okay, just we will be going to see like it's like a UAT. Okay, we can use this server as a UAT. Like at the end, after completion of testing, we will be going to see whether this functionalities are going working through that or not. Okay, so this is what about development server. So the server with it will be going to have like developers team, testing team will be going to work on one server to develop one application. Okay, and coming to this data mapping. So data mapping is nothing but it is a connecting data from one source to another source. Okay, so like for example, there will be like different databases. So we will be going to map each and every database through this foreign keys and like normally like primary keys, right? So in that same way, how we'll be going to map, and what is the visual representation? Like previously we have gone through about this in Prep 1 Part 3. Most of the people they got that DB schema and ER diagram, right? So DB schema, there we have shown how this databases are connecting to each other, right? So by using primary key, like DB schema means like it is a blueprint of the whatever the database, okay, and how the databases are managed and how the data is stored. Okay, so here like we'll be going to map each and everything through that databases. That is what about data mapping. And API, application program interface. So application program interface is nothing but connecting two applications. Like for example, when we are using this Amazon or else Flipkart. So in this Amazon or Flipkart, you will be going to make payments, right? So if you want to buy any products, so here what happens when you want to buy the product, they will be going to give like options like this wallet. If you have wallet, they directly you will be going to spend. And if you have UPI, so in this UPI also you will be going to give options like Paytm, Phone Pay, and Google Pay, right? So if you choose Phone Pay, so directly you will be going to navigate to this Phone Pay, right? So you will be going to jump into the other application. Like that application is Phone Pay, and there you will be going to enter your PIN. If the payment is successfully done, and you will be redirecting to this your Amazon page, and there you will be going to show that payment is done successfully, right? So how this APIs like applications are connecting with each other. So that is what about API, and we need to know like application programming interface, like how it works. This part will be going to done by the development people only, but we need to have overview like what the things uh, it has. Okay, So these are the questions you need to write down in the Prep 3 part 1.